taught in Somerset. I was born into a big family and I was quite well off as a kid. And what it was is the street life. Obviously I didn't know nothing about the street life until I was 15, but I knew about the drug life way before that, you know. Between my 10th birthday and my 13th birthday, I was allowed to smoke dope, which is called pot, yeah, and cannabis. So my uncle took advantage of that, and because he knew I had a lot of money every day, like my dad. So when he took advantage of it, the money, he used to say to me, he used to go on Moroccan Black. This is in between my 11th, between about 11 and a half, my 13th birthday, Moroccan Black. But I'd done this stuff on a silver paper. What nowadays I know is foil, what people smoke heroin on. But back then it wasn't known as, you know what I mean? Because if I was known as foil, I would have asked my nan when I'm having dinner with her, you know what I mean? Why am I smoking stuff on that? Like, and they would have clicked onto it. So, you know what I mean? So by this time now, I've gone down to my uncle's mates to play on a computer thinking I'm smoking dope. Anyway, so what they would do to confuse me is put this Moroccan Black onto the shotties, which is known for smoking dope, yeah? So I would think it'd be alright to smoke that with shotties. So, not realising it was heroin. So every morning, by, you know what I mean, this is about 6-7 months into me going down to this house, every morning I was getting up and I was feeling ill, you know, but not thinking nothing of it. My mum hadn't thought nothing of it. Why would we? And it wasn't until one day, on my 13th birthday, this is when it all came out and all blew out in the open. My dad went to give me £500 on my birthday and said, listen to my mum, where has he been? My mum explained to him what the feelings now I've been getting like. And this is when it all come out in the open now. Anyway, I said to my dad where I've been going, and my dad said, listen, all right, fair enough, don't fucking go nowhere. So I stayed home. As I stayed home, next minute, my dad walked in the house about an hour afterwards with Uncle Gary in his hands. You know what I mean?
Oh, what?
My Uncle Gary, which is the one who got me the addiction, which is my mum's brother.
Gary?
Yeah. And said, listen, now tell your fucking sister what you've been getting your boy into. And that's when I realised then that I was a heroin addict. You know, I've been on it for a year and a half, not even realising. So the way they confused me was, is put it on the shotties, I don't think nothing else of it, am I? You know? He was worried about his own addiction instead of getting his nephew an addiction. He wasn't worried about me getting addiction, he was worried about money, you know? But that's how vicious heroin addicts can be, you know what I mean? You know, so one day, this is where I thought a bit weird. This is before I all knew this on 13th birthday. I went out to buy some dope. I put it on a silver paper myself, but it wouldn't run, right? So I took it back to the house where I'd been.
Pot, yeah?
Yeah, so I put this cannabis back to the house where I got my addiction from, and then it was like, he went, no, he went, wait in here a minute. So he went into the kitchen, he come back in with his. So they must have put mine, what I bought out there, and said, listen, don't be getting that stuff, because you're not supposed to be doing that stuff on the silver paper. It's only supposed to be Moroccan Black. Still not telling me anything like this. So that's how it all started. And then over the years, it's just got more and more worse, you know. I caught hepatitis C through injecting, because when I was 15, I started injecting. And back in them days, yeah, in our little town, we couldn't get crack. Crack was a luxury to us in our little town. We got crack cocaine, it was a fucking luxury, like it's Christmas. You know, we had to come to the city to get it. And, wait a minute, bro. Yes. And the worst it was about it is, I used to go down to this little place with a little old pig market, little derelict building. I used to see people down there injecting, right? And I thought, you know what? I need to get myself better. I'm ill here. I know what this illness is about now, yeah? But I used to find it hard injecting myself. But I used to get myself in the end, right? And that's why my arms are so fucked. I'm not so fucked now, you know what I mean? They're going back together now, sort of thing, but I don't go back into it. But this is how I first caught Hep C. I've had it 3 times, I'm not proud of it, but I got rid of it all 3 times. The first time I got it when I was 15, didn't realise I had it until I was 21. And, but I used to go and find all the spoons I used to cook the heroin up in, you know? And I think, listen, if they're getting better on that, I must get better on that, you know? So all the spoons I used to find, I used to inject on, you know? Put a bit of water in it, put a bit of citric and burn it, you know? Like they used to do it. I mean, I didn't know how to cook up in the first place. I used to watch people.
Who first showed you how to inject?
My uncle's mate.
Who?
My uncle's mate, which is a man's, the place where I'd done it to, they would never inject in there. My uncle used to inject it. That's why I didn't think heroin was ever smoked. Because when I was growing up, we was never told heroin was smokable, you know? So we always thought it was injectable. And my uncle Gary was, injector, heroin addict. So I went round my other uncle's mates and they introduced me to the needle, which is one thing I always fucking regret, you know? But it's what happens in this life, you know? It's not a life for no one. So, sorry. But so when I was doing that, and I learned what it's all about and that, that's why I nowadays, if somebody, I've done 4 years in prison, yeah, for injecting somebody and he died on me. Alright, that's not, it is what it is, like, you know? But this is how vicious it is. The person turned around and said, listen, I just got back from Glastonbury. This was in Yeovil. This was about 5, 6 years after my 21st birthday. I thought I was a traveller from town to town. So when I don't know if you ever heard about county lines, yeah? When the county lines.
County lines?
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
When they first started coming down to our towns, yeah?
Yeah.
What it was, that they was under surveillance, right? Anyway, so they've had me passing the money to me, they've had me going up the steps, they've had me going through the door, they've had me passing through the letterbox, they've had it all. They've had me coming from the letterbox, down the landing, then a set of flats, down the landing, passing the drugs to me. Anyway, because on the bottom of the stairs now, there's only a little gap like that, so I can just fit myself back into it. They can see me now cooking up, yeah? They can even see me, for the place they were doing surveillance from, they can even see me telling him to get his arm ready. Anyway, within 5 minutes, like less than 5 minutes, I said, he's gone on me, like, you know? Yeah, gone, yeah. So I tried bringing him back round. I knew what to do. I tried bringing him back round, but I've none of it. Anyway, I thought, fuck this, so I went in and ran and hid the pin. But all this was on film. They seen where I hid it to a lot, you know? How did I know that flat's under surveillance? I wouldn't know, right? So when the ambulances come now the police has come, but they haven't said nothing at first. It wasn't until that, when they busted the flats for the county lines, that I got nicked the same day. You know? Yeah, man. But it is what it is, you know?
So they were doing an operation of surveillance
on the county lines.
And they caught you helping somebody inject,
yes.
And that person passed away.
Proper gone, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
was it their first time?
No, they was in actual injectors. I've had plenty of hits with him before.
Yeah.
I've got him plenty of times.
Well,
but he didn't tell me he's got out of prison 4 days previous. Oh. So I thought he'd just come from another town. He just said he'd come from Glastonbury. You know what I mean? He didn't tell me he's still back fresh to it. You know what I'm saying? Because back then you never used to get out of prison for scripts. You know, you say you easy to get a script. You never used to get methadone out of prison. You know what I mean? All you used to get in prison was DFs, things like that, if you're lucky. So when you come out of the prison system, you had an appointment, and then you had to go to somewhere to get your methadone script. And that could take up to a week, you know? Because you're clean while you're in prison. You know what I mean? They give you medication while you're in prison, but they stop it, because it's that fast to stop, you know? Well, DF was back then. But long and short of it is he couldn't have had the nerve to tell me that he just got out of jail 4 days earlier, like, you know? So
basically his tolerance...
Yeah, it went low, proper low. You know what I mean? But whereas I'm just so battered anyway, you know what I mean? I didn't realise, you know what I mean? I got hit a couple of days before that. So that's what really hurt more than anything else, is that the bastard couldn't be truthful to me. Sorry, man. But yeah, but you know what I mean? You know, I don't blame myself for it. I blame him for not telling me. You know? I blame myself for him dying, obviously. Yeah? But I blame him for not telling me. You know, he could at least opened up and said, listen, I'm fresh out of jail. I might have had, back then, you ever heard of naloxone boxes? The yellow boxes? For naloxone, if somebody goes over, yeah, you can bring it back round.
Yeah, is it?
Right.
It's called
naloxone.
Naloxone, that's it.
Yeah. Right. So naloxone is, yeah, I just wish they had that out then, that sort of time. Because back then, you had to try and give somebody the breath of life. I'm not kissing no man, mate. I'm not gay. That's not happening. You know what I mean? So for him to pass away in front of me, I've beaten his heart and everything. He would have come round. Tried pulling him up, all that. Anyway, the long and short of it was I got nicked a month after. It must have been about a month after. And, but I didn't realise that the police now have already done their investigation and went and got the syringe from the drain, right? So when I'm in an interview thinking they ain't got nothing on me, they've only got me banging them up, they ain't got no pin like. When they pulled it out for evidence, I thought, fuck me, they got me banged right here. My fingerprints on it and everything, like, you know what I mean? So, yeah, but I couldn't get away with it anyway. Everything they had on that camera was banged to rights, you know? But yeah, so that's why a lot of it nowadays, if I've never seen you have a hit before, I would never inject you, you know? But if I see there's someone there struggling, if I'm there struggling, I won't let anyone get me. You know, it's not about that. I did when I was younger, obviously. But ever since I started injecting myself, I get myself, you know? Because, and the way I see it, yeah, when you get people, why would you like lumps and bumps on yourself? You wouldn't, would you? So why is other people got lumps and bumps? That's where I see it, yeah, that's how much of a heart I got, right? And that's where it gets me, you know what I mean? Yeah. But it hurts sometimes, you know, but that's what it is, like, that game. And later on in life now is every place I've had, I've been banned from towns and that for the county line system, for getting people into houses, because of my addiction. What I do is they'll ask me, say, listen, they'll come and find me from a beggar, and they say, listen, find a house I can go to, and I will hit every single house I know with a user. You know, even not users, you know what I mean? As long as I know I get my drugs out of it, you know? I wouldn't care I wouldn't care how much drugs it was, as long as it got me better for the day, you know?
So how long were you obviously you were given a custodial sentence?
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Right, you got 2 years?
I got 2 years for sobering up, because they had me for tent supply as well, yeah? I got 2 years for that, yeah, and I got 4 years, but the 2 year they ran concurrent, yeah. So basically, within the 4 years, I got 7 years first, yeah, right, yeah, for manslaughter, right. That 7 years, my barrister trying to say, listen, if you don't appeal this, yeah, right, you're daft yourself, right. I went, why? I said, how about you give me X-ray? He went, no, they won't. I went, I could do, so I appealed it, so he dropped it to 4 years. Out of that 4 years, done 2 year, 8 months out of it, yeah, so I done 3/4. You never used to get half back then, I done 3/4 of that. Anyway, but the 2 years I got done for intent supply, that's why they come and nick me, you know what I mean? And all this come at the same time, yeah? So when they nicked me for the intent supply in my house, I had a little flat back then, you know what I mean? Like, I call it a flat, a fucking bedsit. But yeah, I had a little place back then, and so they come and nick me, I mean, for them for intent supply. The first time I've ever been in jail for intent supply, that was. Been in jail twice for that. And plenty of possessions.
So was this the first time you'd been inside?
No, I've been inside plenty of times before that.
What were you inside for before?
Shoplifting, you know what I mean, one burglary. Yeah, so I've done plenty of, and garden sheds is my main one, and garages. So, but...
Is that mainly to
family habit?
Habit,
yeah, it's all a family habit. Not in some of it, all of it's a family habit. Not one penny on anything else. I mean, 99.9% of that money went on drugs, you know?
How did you cope with your sentence inside, like off, or was it...
Easy.
Can you still access it inside?
You could back then, Back then, I don't know if you ever heard of spice, have you?
Yep.
Yes. Nowadays, right, you don't hear of heroin and dope and gel no more. It's all spice nowadays. But back then, when I done my 4-year sentence, yeah. Anyway, you could get dope, you could get heroin. But what's the point in buying heroin when you're only getting, I'm not trying to help somehow. Just say, for example, like a little bit of dust, yeah? Won't even get you 2 lines. You know, you got to pay a tenner for that. And that tenner can go towards your backy or your finger in jail, you know what I mean? So what I used to do is, I used to work my ticket in the prison. So I'll get onto a blue band or a red band. So I can go outside the corridors and that, so I'm out as far as the fence. Yeah? So when you're a blue band, you're a trustee prisoner. It's like being a red band in Allfield, in the Bristol prison, yeah? Which is, you're allowed to go out as far as the perimeter, yeah? Right? So we used to, what it was, if I knew anybody was on close visits, I'd say, listen, bring your parcels in. Yeah? I'll get them back for you. That's how I used to make my stuff, look. Yeah? But, you know what I mean?
When you say parcels, what do you mean?
Heroin parcels, whatever.
But I mean, how did they bring them
In for coke cans.
in? In what?
They'll bring them in, either in their vagina or whatever, it's their partners, whatever. Right? And I say, this is when I was in Dartmoor. And I say to them, say, listen, put it into a can where nobody drinks hardly. Yeah? Have a look around the visiting order, yeah, and see what sort of cans people drink. If you don't see a can there, like, yeah, go up and get a can, empty it, whatever, yeah, like, yeah, put the stuff in there and crush it as much as you can. Right? Because you're on a close visit. So I know you can't do it, but they can. But we got to come and pick that rubbish up. Whether it's on the outside of the visits or inside the visits. We pick that rubbish up, yeah, through a trustee prisoners, look. Yeah, so trustee prisoners, I had more in that jail than anything else did. You know? I used to go and get needles. I used to go and get syringes from the healthcare. I used to go and get tablets, what was all out of date. I made money when I was in prison, you know what I mean? But not money to come out with, just money to feed my addiction. But don't get twisted, when you haven't got nothing in prison, there's no help. You're fucked, you know, and you're totally fucked. Because there is no medication for you. Because you got to go and graft yourself up that you've been using. And then they're going to do some spins on people's cells because they know who's high and who's active. You know what I'm saying? And now you've got to write that clock out. And that isn't nice in the prison system. It's not nice out here, that's no prison system. But it's the thing you got to do, you know? Yeah, so what I used to do is, I used to have a little yoghurt lid. It's mad. I laugh about it now, like. A yoghurt lid, yeah? Bear in mind, it ain't that big. Right? And I go like that. But I put butter with that, so it runs more. You're not getting more out of it, you're just getting more out of the stuff, yeah? More runs out of it. But in your head, you think you're getting more out of it, but you're not. You know?
Not getting any more, it runs a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Are you talking about like the foil?
Yes,
tops,
yes. Because you never used to be able to get foil in that in the prison system. Not me. I did when I became blue band, I did, yeah, of course I did. Because I can get anything in prison system, and it's madness, like. And when I had injections in prison, yeah, I've seen needles what have gone from that size to that size. And people are still using them. People are still buying them in the prison. You know? And I've been there myself, I've used them myself, you know, so. That's why a lot of people, like nowadays, yeah, if they've got holes in that in their groins and things like that through the using system, it's because they're using blunt pins. It's not because you're going from 1 mil to the orange head, then to a bigger head. It's because while you're going through that system, yeah, from the 1 mil to the orange heads, that 1 mil is blunting out, you're using that 4 or 5 times. So the second time you're using it, it's blunt anyway. Yeah, so you're pushing that skin in. So that's why people got deep holes. It's not about using different pins, that's why you know what I mean? It's about people using blunt pins to get it into the system. You know? So that is the long and short of it, like I mean. And then a bit later on then is when the spice come into the jail system, that's what sort of changed all, and that's when the scripts come in way before that. But then the spice started getting interested in the system now, you know what I mean? is like the green spice started coming out. I started getting into that. And I started getting into paper spice. Yeah, I've owed loads of money through doing that, you know what I mean? Got myself in debt and things like that.
What you're saying is spice is really easily available in
the prison system, very unavailable. But it is what it is, you know? You know what I mean? Any drug that comes out and you're on the market is easy to get in jail. You know? But that's the only drug that will put people to sleep, mind. What sort of gauges people out and, you know? Yeah.
So you can manufacture spice in jail.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't have to worry about trying to get it in, you can actually...
That's right, yeah, out of cockroach repellent and that. It's mad, because you do it out of cockroach repellent. Out of...
Out of what, sorry?
Cockroach repellent.
Cockroach repellent.
In a lot of prisons you get cockroaches. Yeah? So never sleep your light off. Because you wake up standing on one. You know what I mean? Especially if you're on the bottom landing. Trust me, I've done it. So, I mean, I'm not lying. So yeah, so leave your light on if you can, or don't put something down at the bottom of your door that they can't come through. Or if you got holes in that around your sink and that, you're totally fucked, like, yeah, because like, so they use cockroach repellent, you know what I mean? And then when the spice started coming in the prison systems, that cockroach repellent become the spice thing, you know? That's what gets you high on this paper. It's not even spiced. That's what gets you high on the paper, you know? And that's how fucked up it is. Yeah.
I just want to take you back to when you were sort of 11,
yes.
12, 13. You said you were getting money off your dad, so
yes.
You weren't living with dad then?
I never lived with dad.
You never lived with your dad?
No, never ever lived with dad.
What's the story there?
I used to live with my mum, I always lived with my mum. And my dad, believe it or not, where we used to live here, my dad lived 4 houses around the corner with his missus. And his 2 other children, which I can't fucking stand. Yeah? Because they're from the same dad, different mum, yeah? I got my sister's brilliant, you know what I mean? They didn't pass away, like.
So, you say he was giving you quite a lot of money?
Yeah, quite a lot, not me. I don't think I'd be far from a millionaire by now.
What was he, why was he giving you so much money?
Because he used to think it was my dinner, he used to think it was for me to go take my mates out and that. You know what I'm saying? I guess when you're dead, it's a bit of a guilt trip, wait a minute, but yeah. I guess it's a bit of a guilt trip with my dad, do you know what I mean? You know?
Why?
So yeah, because where I've always wanted to live with my dad and that, you know? Every time I see my dad drive past, I just flag him down like, you know what I mean? Bearing in mind, yeah, I could never go and sleep in the same house as him. You know? Because he had his missus and his other kids. And even though she took me on as a step-kid, it's still not the fucking same, is it? Not my mum, is it? So I took up a judgment against her in one way. And definitely took a judgment. Because he was with this woman first, yeah? Then he had a child with her, which is Thankyou, my older sister, half-sister, not even sister of mine, really. But it is, same dad. But then obviously he met my mum. My mum had my sister and me. Then he went back with a woman called Angela. And then he had my little sister called Joanne and Philip, which is my little brother. And that's all I'm going to say about it anyway.
Okay. And you said you were going to have £1,000 for your birthday?
£500 for my 13th birthday. I always had a lot of money for my birthday. Because my dad said to me, what I want for my birthday, I said, I want my money. Yeah, I want my money. But I didn't know what, I just knew if I went down to one of the galleries, I could get this stuff. And even though I didn't know what it actually done, but every time I smoked it, it made me feel better. You know? Yeah, it took me out of this painful mood I was in, like, I mean, like, it's painful, all this stuff, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, it took me out of that, like. That's the long and short of it, like, you know what I mean? But yeah.
So a lot of like abuse and hardship in your upbringing?
Nah, do you know what? That's one thing I honestly say. My mum did. My dad still thought that my mum's age was his, like. So, if my mum had any man there, yeah, my old man smacking them out and smacking my mum down the stairs, like. So, in my old man's eyes, it's still his house, like. But it wasn't his house from day one, you know? He just thought he controlled my mum, but that wasn't happening, you know? So,
How old are you now?
now 43,
Have you seen your family?
4 years ago.
Have you seen your family?
Not for a while. I mean, I won't go back to my family.
You don't.
No, my sister's not here no more.
What's her name?
Sharon.
Sharon?
Yeah.
What happened to Sharon?
It passed away, man. But yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? It happens. But that's the closest one I had to in my name, like. You know,
Sorry to hear that.
that's right. Happened.
When did she die? If you don't mind me asking.
A year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
How long,
A
sorry?
year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
Oh, so it's recent.
Yeah,
Okay.
very recent.
Yeah.
You know, but she's still there as far as I'm concerned, you know.
Yeah.
But it hurts, like. Fucking hurts.
So,
But now, with that, that's why nowadays I'll get off that stuff. You know, I'll start crying, boys. I know with the streets and that, yeah. They've always said to put me up and that, my sister and that when she's here, yeah. But I'll never ever do that. She had kids of her own, you know. I'll never ever put that stress onto her, you know. You know what I mean? I'm bad enough on my own, let alone being my sister's yard and that, right? I wouldn't like the police coming to my sister's house, you know what I mean? They busted my mum's house enough times with me, you know what I mean? 30, 40 times to come to the door for me, you know? Because I was a terrible child, you know what I mean? Like for thieving and that. Yeah, so it is what it is, like, you know? That's what heroin does to you. When you're in this game, yeah, right, yeah, and things like that happen, you tend to hit a barrier. You don't give a fuck what's in the way, yeah? You know what I mean? That barrier's getting out of the way, you know what I mean? And then you use it more, you know? So yeah, it is what it is with this game, like other, with this game of life, you know? And like nowadays, yeah, they keep on coming up to me like saying, why don't you want to get a place in that? Because I know if I fight for a place, yeah, well, I've still got my addiction. Like yesterday when I lied to you, I hated that, you know what I mean? I'm not a liar, yeah? But
what do you mean you lied to me?
when I was trying to say I didn't have an addiction in that, yeah, I've been clean for 5, 6 months, you know? A lot of people look at you, yeah, when you say you got an addiction in that, they look at you in a different way. You know what I mean? You notice that by doing this game, yeah, by filming it and that, you notice that. They look at you in a different way, you know? If you go out there with a camera one day, right, yeah, you look up and down the systems, up and down the streets now, for example, right, and you tell me that the public don't look at heroin users and druggies a different way. You know what I mean? We're all scum as far as they're concerned. You know what I mean? You know? And which is the quickest way of getting money? Is by lying to somebody. You know? And fucking trust me, man, you know what I mean? It's not very nice to lie to people either, it's horrible.
If it helps, I knew you were lying.
Yeah, but what I first did, well, you didn't know I was lying totally, you know, but you know what I mean? Sort of.
I had a pretty good idea. I mean, I think it's hard to survive without it.
Come on, yeah, totally hard. No, it is. Yeah, right, yeah. Like now, where I've just done my hit, yeah? I don't feel 100%, you know what I mean? You know, not until I have another 2, 3 hits, like, you know, I'll be alright then. It's madness it is, right? Madness.
What was it?
Heroin and crack cocaine.
Is that your favourite combination?
Yeah, but back in about 3 to 7 years ago, every time I'd done like a 3 crack cocaine and 1 heroin, yeah, I would go twisted in the head, you know? And where I mean twisted, I would go around smashing things up and that, you know what I mean? I wouldn't care who seen me, I wouldn't care what state people see me in, you know? But I guess that's what I done, that's why I sort of cut myself down. And even come the end, doing like that's for there. Even doing one-on-one, like, you know what I mean, one heroin, one crack cocaine, that would still make me lose the plot a little bit, you know? But nowadays, man, the cracking the shit, cracking heroin, that's shit, you know what I mean? It don't even make you well in the first lot, you know? It just makes you feel a bit, gets you out of trouble, like, take the pains away, but it don't make you feel well, properly well, you know?
If you got clean tomorrow, what would your dream be?
Get a place, man, like a missus. No, can't help me, missus. I've had missus, I've got kids. That's one thing I regret, you know, is rejecting my children.
You've got children?
I've got 3 of them, I rejected all of them with my addiction.
What age are they?
I'd rather not say, like, because I can't remember.
Are they
sure,
little, or are they grown up?
No, I've got a 22-year-old. 22-year-old, 25. I know she's one of them.
Do you know where they are?
Yeah, I know where they are, sort of. I know where Cody is, that's my oldest. Yeah, Cody's my oldest. She's either 22 or 22 or 25. Then I got Macaulay, all from 3 different mothers, mind. Then I got Macaulay. Then I got Mia, you know, which is my youngest. And one thing in my life I regret, yeah, is rejecting them. You know, kids ain't there to be rejected. You know, but I just wish I had something better for me. Yeah.
It's never too late, Peter.
Of course it ain't. But it is when you tell them to their face, you know what I mean, you've been rejected. Of course it's too late. They don't know you, do they?
They ever tried to help you?
Yeah, my oldest has, Cody. Not helped me, like, but she come and see me a few times. And I rejected seeing her, like. You know, I seen her for the first 2 times. Borrowed money off her and that. And you know, that's another thing as well, like, I regret not paying her back and me like that. That's what this fucking vicious drug does, like, you know?
It's addiction for you.
Yeah. But it's not just addiction, heroin's a different addiction. Trust me.
What way?
A horrible addiction.
Yeah.
Absolutely horrible.
In which way?
Horrible addiction.
You don't care what, who gets hurt, you don't care what people do, you don't care what you do to people, you don't care what you do to stuff, as long as you get your fix. You know what I mean? That's what I mean, like, you know?
What do you think people don't understand the most about this life?
If you hadn't done it yourself, yeah, you wouldn't understand it. That's why a lot of people need to understand, I think, you know? If they've never had an addiction themselves, they don't really understand it. It's not point, like when you get people who watch drug workers, yeah? For example, you get a drug worker, yeah? And they're a textbook drug worker. They've never had a habit in their life, right? I won't even see them. You know, I'll ask you straight away, so you know, I have my first interview with them. I say, have you ever done it yourself? If they go, no, I say, I don't want to see you then. I want to see someone who's done it. You know, because they know where I come from. You know, they've been there, they've done it themselves, you know. I can open up to them, not they can open up to me, sort of thing, like. So yeah, so without actually, I'll never ask somebody to try it, because it's not about that. Fuck that, you know what I mean? Don't ever try it. I'll give people the most honest fucking respect there, yeah, but yeah, listen, if you're ever to fucking get offered to try it, refuse it as much as you can, because it's not a joke to get into. See if I can. Respect, yeah, respect. So, the long and short of it is, yeah, is with addiction's a different level, especially a heroin addiction. And when crack cocaine got brought into the addiction, you know what I mean, that got even worse, you know, totally worse.
Is there a support out there for you, like, if you want it?
Of course there is,
Okay.
but it's grabbing it, you know, and if you're not fast at, if you're not that fucking eager to grab it, no point in being there.
What did Henry just give you?
Cross, rosary beads.
Are you a believer or?
I believe in it, but I don't understand it, you know.
But you believe in God.
Yeah, of course I do. But something's got to be there, innit? But I don't understand it all. I don't think no one does. I don't care, like, the biggest believer. I don't even think they understand it. You know, totally. You know, not stand there and argue the ground with them. You know? Tell me every word in that Bible and they believe it. You know? If you believe that much, tell me every word in the Bible. My auntie told my grand and sister, she is fucking brilliant. Sorry, I swear. But her and Uncle George, she could tell you nearly every paragraph in that Bible from beginning to end. You know? And when I noticed that somebody believed in it, yeah, and understood it, my auntie Doll and my Uncle George was two of the people what I trying to put my hand on my heart and turn around and say, listen, they were believers and half, like, you know? They weren't just somebody who said, listen, yeah, I understand it. They were somebody who did understand it, you know?
So they were your relatives were quite religious, were they?
Nah, just them two.
Just those two?
Yeah, none of my other relatives were religious, I don't think. They don't even know I'm religious. You know what I mean? I don't go to church, nothing like that. Don't get twisted. I ain't that, man. At the end of the day, like, yeah, whether you believe it or not, a church is just a building. You know? It's just something someone put up. It ain't something what God's made, is it? You know? You can stand out there and pray. You can stand out there and ask for help. Well, I think I don't believe it or not, like, totally. No, I don't, but I do believe in it, but every day when I'm sat there begging, right, I ask for God's help, yeah? But nothing ever come through, like, so, is he true? That's what gets me anyway. Get off that word subject anyway, yeah, religion.
Has anyone from the church ever tried to help you? Because I know that they have different kind of...
No, they haven't. No. Believe it or not, most vicars, when they walk past you, just totally blank you.
That's true, actually.
Really?
It's mad, isn't it?
That's true,
100% true.
They just ignore you?
Yeah.
There's only one
That
church
doesn't seem
I know
right,
in this
does it?
area that
No.
actually does actually bring support. That will actually give you the respect and will give you the time of day.
You know. But it is what it is, I guess, you know. In the day, we're all human, you know. We all still bleed the same. We all still fucking bleed the same. You know.
None of us are perfect.
I mean,
No.
I'm not particularly religious, but we are actually all God's children.
Yeah, of course we are. Yeah.
We're all equal.
Every single person in the world. You know. We all come from somewhere, don't we? Even though we come from our mums, you know what I mean? Where did our mums come from? Where did their mums come from? You know. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I would love somebody to actually show me, like, the way to get clean and stay clean on God's help, like. But I've never ever seen it yet.
Same.
I don't think I ever will.
You've never felt truly loved by someone?
Yeah, of course I have.
Okay.
Of course I have. But I've never clinged to it, like, you know? Yeah, man, I never clinged to it, like. But yeah, of course I felt love from someone. My sister's the biggest one. She had my back, didn't matter what I'd done, like. You know, I can go out and rob people. Go out, I never robbed little grannies from that, but I could have, yeah. My sister still had my back, you know. Things like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can relate to that, 100%.
Yeah. I never do it, I get fucking twisted. I mean, I'm not like that, I'm a beggar for fuck's sake, a shoplifter. Or a drug dealer, you know what I mean? And this is why I get banned from towns and that, yeah? I've been banned from West Mayor on the last operation they had. I got 2 years for concern intent to supply, undercover others. And when was this? About, what year was that? 2013, 2014. Their last operation. And I got a 5-year ban from Western Chief Mayor because I was known for a cooker. You ever heard of cookering? Where the county lines come down and they want yards to go into. They want places, you know what I mean, where they go to the drugs from.
Right. Say that again.
When cookering, with cookering it means like when the county lines used to come down and they want a place to sell drugs from. You know, I'll be one of the first people they come to and say, listen, can you get me a place? I say, yeah, of course I can. You know, but the police started knowing that. You know what I mean? And that's why they put it to the judge, you know what I mean? Say, listen, can you give me a ban from our town, like? So yeah, I've had a few bans in towns, like, one city.
We still haven't banned you yet then?
No, yeah, I don't think they ever will. Too much drug culture here. You know what I mean? But, yeah, it's only a matter of time before I'm like this sort of area up here. It's only a matter of time before undercover come in. You know what I mean? Try to do an operation up here, watch. It's only a matter of time. If that what happened. You know? They're right. How rife is it? Don't matter where you go, yeah, it's rife anywhere. Even the villages nowadays is rife. You know? But yeah.
What are your hopes for the future?
To die.
Say that again?
To die. You really think I want to be like this? I'd rather ruin my body. I'd ruin my family's lives.